So I like to go back and forth on my studies, but explain things that I know. You see the circle, how it spirals out and it gets bigger? Well, that's an expression of life growing, like uh, the egg or, the woman's womb, and, life before that, like who started a male and female. Well, good science was where we were coming from evolution as far as the primate. Bad science is when we already got to that level, and whether we had aliens that were mixing with us or we just had people that were actually getting some type of outer world deity knowledge, like dark matter teaching us intellect that was actually going to destroy us. All of these possibilities are very real. But when it comes to this, whether you want to say you're religious or, you're just scientific, or whether you're atheist and you don't really know much, it's important to learn all that. I mean, E equals MC squared, like that mirror theory. You saw how the mirror was just reflecting the back thingy? Well, a lot of that goes from 1 part to 2 parts, 3 part calculation, and it should never really go to 4 part or 5 part, but it can if it's that complex. But that's where I go with my research. I created a forum. It's called the E equals evil manipulates innocence. So back to this picture. The light went out on the phone, so I had to bring it back. This represents how life is supposed to evolve and keep growing. Never go in the circle and go tinier, tinier, tinier to the very bottom. That's an expression where they twisted it up in the Bible, and I respect Jesus. Don't get me wrong. It's just I know Jesus is, in my beliefs, no disrespect to everyone. I have to say my beliefs just so I don't offend people, because I'm not trying to. But that is my belief that that's the only story that is really real as far as a lot of that. And prophecy, this shows prophecy because those that get the astronomic science and understanding and, figuring out cosmos instead of just appreciating signs and going by those, being like native but still very alert, telepathic and all of that, you could still just be like organically functioning as far as like a wizard or, chem lab doctor guy, but doing everything legit as far as making real medicines, not ones that are really bad for you later on. We do know that the science isn't perfected, but we do know that so many people that have invested millions and want to make back trillions always give you things that they think are good for you or they know aren't good for you and have you coming back. And whether it's your life on the line, they either look at your insurance or they look at their record and see that can they help you, or they just say, you know what, let's just bill them. And a lot of doctors and everybody don't really want to work there because their money isn't as much as they're supposed to, even though it is still a lot of money. Nobody really credits me for saying that doctors, scientists, all of that is kind of witchcraft. Even a lawyer, somebody that can either lie and do evil of that sin or tell the truth and protect somebody with that power. I mean, this is good and bad witches. So this symbol is ancient and everybody draws it in different ways. I have a YouTube and I've been posting it on everywhere, but this is a long video, so I'm probably just gonna have to put it on YouTube. But when I tried to get on it and start posting my info, the screen switched on me. And you know what the screen did? As it does a lot to me, because I tell you, there's a AI computer that reads you, and or there's a ghost in the computer that is AI. And people are like, oh, you're not supposed to say that. Well, this is my journalism. This is news. This is my report. This is my science project. This is my life's work. I'm not trying to steer anyone wrong. A lot of people have told me the same thing that I believe. But as far as AI being a real brain that became cyber with a cyber impulse and molecular memory as far as learning and adapting, that the story is just further into what my beliefs are. I'm native, so I understand a lot of ancient cultures, and I didn't really study them, but it's just in my blood. It's in my heritage. A lot of these symbols, I would have never been able to tell you what this symbol meant 5-6 months ago. But a lot of this stuff is just clicking to me really fast as far as always looking in the sky and staring at stars. So you have good science and bad science, and that's alchemy, and I've been explaining that. So let me tell you, Victorio Azucard, AZUCAR on TikTok. And then also my Facebook, Victor Osborne. And now my new Facebook, because I'm not going to post on there no more. They're already trying to take me off for having too much info. And so I don't want them to take it off, because that info, when I printed it out, or, downloaded the printout, whatever you call it, the documents, it showed a lot of stuff missing with only some of my research written on the post. So I'm not trying to ruin that. But go to Victor Osborne on Facebook and you'll read a lot of stuff that I uncovered. And then if you want to go to YouTube, check out Victor Osborne 841. Now, when you look up Victor Osborne, it's OZBORN, and it's not any other way spelled. So you check out those. And there's the mirror theory. If I was looking like a Neiman in this picture, it'd because negative electrons are able to mess with the phone, kind of like Blair Witch Project. And, sad things happen, like poltergeists, or molecular and radiation and all that can give someone cancer. It's a lot of true stuff. It's not just, workman comp accidents. It's also things that are in this universe that are supposed to be filled with good, positive light and energy. But sometimes dark matter floats around anybody and everybody, and temptation comes and bothers us. From old school scriptures to today's language and slang, I'm letting you know everything is true, but not what you thought it was. All right, good night, everybody.